Hey y'all, so it's been about 3 months now since I've had my braces put on, and in this video I want to share with you some do's and don'ts when it comes to having braces. So when I first got my braces put on, I was already expecting it to be somewhat painful. I've had so many people tell me that, it's gonna be painful, it's gonna hurt. I've watched so many videos and they were saying the same thing. So yes, that is very true. You can watch my video where I recorded my experience right after getting my braces put on. Initially the pressure was not too bad, it didn't hurt, it wasn't too painful. Then as time went on and as I tried to eat, oh my goodness. So I did some things that really helped me when I first got my braces put on, and that has been helpful throughout my journey so far. I know I'm just starting out and I have a long way to go, but so far I found a routine that works really well, and so I want to share with you. Tip number 1, especially when you get your braces first put on, do not try to eat regular foods, okay? I don't know, I think I had a pretzel the next day. Oh my gosh, I could not chew. And it was a soft pretzel, it wasn't hard pretzels. Your orthodontist is gonna tell you to stay away from hard foods, tortilla chips and all this type of stuff. But I had a soft pretzel because I was okay, it's really soft, it should be fine. No, I was so wrong. It was so painful to chew. I literally had to chew on the back of my teeth, and that's only because they didn't put the wire back there. So I was trying to chew there, but it was so bad. I had to throw half of the pretzel because it was just too painful. So what I did instead was I bought a whole big box of ramen noodles from Sam's Club. I bought a box of Panera mac and cheese, the ones that you can just pop in the microwave, and that's what I lived off of. So I recommend that you purchase soups, mac and cheese, super soft foods. And I'm not gonna lie, it's still gonna hurt. Even chewing on the ramen noodles, it still hurts. So just keep that in mind. What was helpful, I think it was only on one day, I did take some Advil, and that did help to eat. I took it an hour or so before I knew I was gonna eat dinner or lunch or whatever, and that did help with the pain a little bit, so that way I could at least chew a little bit more comfortably. So you can also do that, but of course talk to your doctor or your pharmacist regarding what pain reliever is best for you and other medications that you may be taking. Tip number 2. So this is something that's actually pretty different. No one really said this in the videos, and this was super helpful for me. I purchased baby spoons and forks. Now this may sound crazy, why would you purchase baby spoons and forks? The first week, if you eat with regular silverware and that touches one of your teeth, oh my goodness. The pain that you will feel, yeah. So I purchased those baby spoons and forks that are super soft. You also could just eat with plastic utensils as well, but I was eating so frequently I didn't want to just keep going through plastic utensils, so I just bought those so I can wash them and reuse them, and that's what I did. So that was something that was super helpful, especially in the beginning when eating, so that way I didn't accidentally hit my tooth with the fork, or if I bit down, when you close your mouth and have the silverware in your mouth but it touches your tooth by accident. I just didn't want to experience that because that could be pretty painful. So utilizing baby spoons, forks, or plastic spoons and forks, just something that's not silverware. Tip number 3, one of the things that I was so used to doing was cleaning out my teeth after I'd eat without my braces on. So I would eat and put my tongue over here to try to get the food that was stuck in my tooth. Do not, I repeat, do not do that. Please don't do that. Especially the first couple weeks when I was doing that, I noticed that I was getting so many cuts, scrapes, and all these different things on my tongue, and it was so bad. One of the times like my tongue was like bleeding because I kept trying to like clean out my teeth, and because it was just like, it was so natural for me to do that. So I would just naturally do that, and it's like, oh wait, no. So I literally had to like train my body to be like, no, do not take the food out of your teeth, even though like it's all over. Like when I tell y'all, when you eat, it's all over your teeth. So the best thing to do is to either like swish some water in your mouth to just to try to get most of it out, especially like if you're out eating with people and you don't want to be like conversing and like there's like all this food in your mouth. But just like, you know, take some sips of water and kind of just do like a little like gargle, but nothing too obvious, and then swallow, and that should really help to get like a good chunk of the food out. But of course, also making sure that you brush after you eat. That's the best way to get most of the food out. So that was like something that was really big for me, was to not try to take the food out of my mouth. So some do's that I want to share is to get this thing called ortho dots. When I first got my braces on, my orthodontist gave me a little kit, and it had like these like little rods of wax, and you can like take off a piece and roll it up and put it on like your brackets. And this is just in case like if your cheek is rubbing against one of the brackets and it's like constantly like rubbing, it'll get sore. That happened to me. And instead of using the ones that my orthodontist gave me, I used the brand called Ortho Dots that I got at CVS. And y'all, this was a game changer. Oh my goodness. It was so helpful because I have to wear like rubber bands. And so like the little hooks that are on like the brackets where the rubber bands are gonna go, like whenever I talk, like my like, not my cheeks, but like the corner of my mouth keeps rubbing against it, and so it literally got sore one time, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is so painful. So the orthodots are great because you literally just like take off a piece and you just put it on top. Like it's already little cut out for you. You don't have to like rip off like a piece off the rod or anything like that. It's already like in perfect little squares that just fit right over your brackets. You put it on and it stays in place. I usually wear it at night. I wake up the next day and it's still there. So I really like the orthodots. I don't know if anyone else has utilized them, but I'll post like a little picture here of what it looks like, and I'll link it below. But they're really helpful. I really like it. So I would definitely recommend that. Like if your mouth is like rubbing against one of the brackets and it's getting really sore, that's gonna be really helpful for you. Like, y'all, really helpful. So the next tip that I will share, another do, is to get yourself a water pick. Y'all, get a water pick and an electric toothbrush. Like, get both of them, because I never used an electric toothbrush before getting my braces put on, and now I don't think I can ever go back to using a regular toothbrush because it gives me such a clean feel. I remember my sister also had adult braces, and she was saying you really have to like brush often, because like if not, your breath will smell terrible, because like you have all this food stuck in your mouth, like it can get disgusting. But with my electric toothbrush, oh my gosh, I do not have any issues with like bad breath, or like even like it gets a good chunk of the food out. Like whenever I'm brushing, I look and I'm like, oh my gosh, like, did I even eat anything? Like, is it all in my mouth? So I would definitely recommend getting an electric toothbrush like right off the bat. Like, that is definitely a necessity. And get a water pick. Oh my goodness. The water pick was great because it, like, although brushing does get a lot out, like sometimes there's stuff that is stuck in the brackets and it's not coming out no matter how long you brush. So using the water pick, it like powerfully sprays the water on there, so it can really like get a lot of like stuff out of your brackets especially. So I usually do that around my teeth as well after brushing, and that really helps a lot. Although even after doing all of that, I still also floss my teeth. And something that I found on Amazon was specific floss for braces. So this really is great because it literally goes in between the braces perfectly without any pain or anything like that, and it's able to get food out. Even after I brush, after I water pick, after I do all that, I still try to go in and floss, because sometimes I'll still see like some stuff come out on there. And then lastly, like what I also like recommend is getting these little like brush thing. Interdental brushes is what they're called. I got mine from CVS, and sometimes I do that just to go around like the top parts of my teeth, like if I see like any plaque forming, because I don't want them to become too thick and then only a dentist can take them off. So that's pretty much all the stuff that I recommend buying, because it's going to be really helpful. Because y'all, I do not want to be that person that gets their braces off and their teeth are looking crusty. So that's why I take my oral hygiene so serious, because I just want my teeth to be healthy and I don't want them to look a hot mess when I get my braces off. I'll share in another video like my progress of like, you know, how far I've come with some pictures, so that way you guys can see like, you know, how my teeth are progressing and how they're shifting. So that's pretty much it for the do's and don'ts. I hope that you found this video helpful. Comment below if there are any tips that you do, that you have, that you want to share with me and anyone else who's watching this video who has braces or will be getting braces. I would love to know what they are. Y'all already know the deal, and if you don't, you can comment below or you can email me at behismasterpiece@gmail.com. Go out, be kind, be caring, be loving, and as always, be his masterpiece. Bye, y'all.